You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, and let's talk about the Tokyo Olympics. Controversy has engulfed the Tokyo Olympics. I'm not even talking about any type of social justice protests. I'm actually talking about cancel culture. Cancel culture has infiltrated the Tokyo Olympics, and it's actually cost a person his job. Now, this is not an athlete, but this is the opening ceremony director from Japan has now been canceled and lost his job because of a joke he made 23 years ago. I'm not a fan whatsoever of cancel culture. We've actually seen this happen, in the entertainment world. And now it has come into the Tokyo Games. This doesn't have any place in the Tokyo Games, okay? So let's jump over here. Let's dive into this, guys. Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony director dismissed over Holocaust joke made 23 years ago. Now, guys, this person that was actually fired from his job, he's actually a comedian. So he was actually doing this on a comedy skit that he was actually doing. Okay, so let's dive into this and see what actually happened. It says a Holocaust joke made 23 years ago has cost the director of the Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony director his job hours before the official start of the games. Kentaro Kobayashi was accused of using a joke about the Holocaust during his comedy act in 1998, including the phrase, quote, "Let's play Holocaust." Kobayashi faced criticism as a clip and script of his performance were revealed. Now, I don't know where this actually came from. Was it on Twitter or something like that? I don't know. Chances are it probably was actually posted on Twitter and he got canceled. But it goes on here. It says, Seiko Hashimoto, the president of the organizing committee, made the decision to dismiss Kobayashi on Thursday. Quote, "We found out that Mr. Kobayashi, in his own performance, has used a phrase ridiculing a historical tragedy," Hashimoto said. "We deeply apologize for causing such a development the day before the opening ceremony and for causing troubles and concerns to many involved parties as well as the people in Tokyo and the rest of the country." Kobayashi is a former member of the comedy duo Ramings and known for comedy series, including The Japanese Tradition. According to the AFP, the sketch in question sees Kobayashi turning to his colleague and saying, quote, "The ones from that time you said, quote, let's play Holocaust." Kobayashi released a statement on his firing, according to BBC. Quote, "Entertainment should not make people feel uncomfortable. I understand that my stupid choice of words at that time was wrong, and I regret it," he said. Now, guys, I haven't actually seen the clip. I don't know what kind of context he was actually making during the comedy routine, but we know that comedy has been under attack for a while. That's why comedy is not funny anymore. And this guy, opening ceremony directors, where we're supposed to be talking about sports, loses his job to the mob. It says Olympics officials have been mired in scandal. Officials removed a composer earlier in the week after his bullying scandal came back to light. Previously, Yoshiro Miri resigned as organizing committee president over certain remarks. Hiroshi Sakata, I'm probably mispronouncing the name, also stepped down as creative director, suggesting a Japanese actress should dress like a pig. So everybody's losing their jobs here. I don't really know much about the other two, but based on this, a comedy routine from 1998 has cost this man his job. Now, my question is to the people that made this decision here, why is Japan even allowed to actually host these Olympics then? Because wasn't Japan allied with the Germans in World War II? Yeah. why should Japan actually be hosting these Olympics? Because we know what happened in Nanking in World War II. Nobody's calling for the cancellation of Japan as a whole. But this man lost his job because he was performing a comedy routine. A comedy routine. I mean, this is ridiculous, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous that this has happened. I personally don't believe he should have lost his job. He came out and he apologized, for doing a comedy routine. Guys, I've actually heard much more worse things in a comedy show, because I grew up in the 1980s, I listened to Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy said quite a few things about a certain group of people, and nobody was calling for his cancellation. I mean, just watch Delirious, watch Eddie Murphy's Raw. Nobody's calling for Eddie Murphy to be canceled. But it's amazing how people just go out there and cancel people. And this man now has lost his job for something that happened 23 years ago doing a comedy routine. I believe, man, that this is probably why not as many people will be watching the Olympics. It's gotten too political out there in the sports world, and we're living in a world of cancel culture. This is completely insane. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.